Hey, welcome back. This is episode 58 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is your video game podcast where four pals this week discuss the week's video game news. My name is Reese Lagden. I am joined by Bradders. How are you doing today, Brad?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Hiding behind the mic, I can see.
Obviously,
for our audio listeners, can't see this, but our YouTube watchers obviously can see there's a... So you've been growing a moustache lately?
Yeah,
What's going on?
We was pissing about a few weeks ago, putting all these filters on. It was like a big laugh. We was all having a good fun, good time. Oh, it's I'm a bear, or got a hat on, and now it's just broke my Zoom. Where even though there isn't even a filter for a moustache, it's decided to put one every time on my face. So yeah, there it is.
There is that French one that Brad Moore had on. I don't know if you had it on there, but yeah.
Yeah, but it just broke my Zoom.
Just
so
broke your Mac.
To hide behind the mic. But yeah, because
it's the sort of filter you'd use if you was trying to buy like cigarettes or booze over Zoom, and you was a child and you wanted to, look a bit more adult.
Yeah. It's like the fake ID of Zoom filters.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's not even like and what it has shown me is I can never have a moustache because I look like a bit of a prick.
Predator.
So yeah, and my moustache is only if I did try and grow a moustache, it wouldn't even be black; it'd be blonde. So just,
you wouldn't see it.
No, you wouldn't see it. So yeah, like my eyebrows. I have got eyebrows. You can't see them.
You have to feel them.
This is hilarious. Moving on. That's the best intro ever. Ash, how you doing today, mate?
Hello. Yeah, I'm all right. I've got a lovely moustache. Mine's pure, 100% real.
Legit.
Yeah, you look like a fucking lumberjack. So.
Well, maybe that's what I'm doing. I'll get this done. I'll go out there, cut some trees down. Save the planet by cutting trees down. No. I've got a very mixed view. Yeah, I've got a very mixed view of how the world works. Okay.
You throw plastic into the ocean. I'm saving the world.
Exactly. Well, thank you. I see you're joining us.
You're joining us. Cut these trees down and replace them with plastic trees.
Yeah, because they don't die.
Yeah, you don't have to water them.
Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess.
Thank you.
And also returning, Brad Moore. How you doing, mate?
Hello. Yes, good. Rocking a tan. I've been down south for a week, so
it's so tanned.
I look really shiny as well. I don't know what's happening. I think there's some weird.
I think your lighting is quite dark in your room.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm attracted to him. So the tan's working. So if we've got any ladies that listen to this podcast, very much doubt it. Jump onto the old YouTube and have a look at old Moore over there. Because I tell you what, he's working it. He's working that tan.
Jeez, thanks. I've always liked you, Ash. Always liked you.
Thank you. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. I like you even more.
Can you trust a man that throws plastic into the ocean, though? Come on. Dodgy guy.
Saving the planet. Planet.
So it's doing turtles. Trees. What's there not to fancy about a guy that does bits with trees?
Pretty much. See, this is why me and Brad Moore get on. Like you losers. Actually. Yeah. It's called the Saving the Planet and Sexy Man podcast. Join in.
Well, please come and watch the YouTube version. Just search Part-Time Players Pod on YouTube. And obviously you can see Brad's tan, Bredda's moustache, and the lumberjack himself, Ash. And obviously, if you don't want to look at us, I understand. Just go to Part-Time Players Podcast on any podcast platform. And please like and subscribe. We really do appreciate it.
Reese is not much to look at, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, no.
Very pale man. Very pale man.
Generic face. Very generic sort of face.
Yeah.
I'm just
pixie-ish. Pixie face, as I would say.
What can you do? You just go with what you're born with, I guess. Anyway, we've got a few news stories this week to go through. And then I think Brad's going to round off the news this week. Brad Moore, that is, with a Destiny 2 update. There's been a big TWAB.
I know you've been waiting for it.
TWAB. He's a TWAB man.
What is a TWAB?
This week at Bungie. It's their blog post.
Obviously.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously.
Everybody knows that, Ash. Come on.
I've looked at a TWAB many a time, mate, and I've never noticed it's, telling me anything about Bungie.
Absolutely.
First news story.
What?
Oh.
We're waiting for the news stories.
Oh yeah. What is
Sorry, I thought you two were talking. I had a little drink.
No.
A little bit of a pause there. News story number 1 is about VR, PSVR 2 to be exact. So there's been some spec details leaked, but by reliable sources. So previously we had a few details about it, but they're basically confirming that the specs are even better than we thought. So the PSVR headset 2 is going to be an OLED display that's capable of HDR, and the resolution per display per eye is going to be 2000 by 2040, which I believe is above 4K. If you talk about like the density of like, it's also going to have eye tracking technology that's going to deliver higher res graphics and also a processor. And it's also going to become bundled in with the controllers as well. And it's also going to have haptic feedback and a lot of other details in terms of touch and finger sensitivity awareness, a bit like the Oculus Touch as well. So there's a lot of tech, and it's clearly going into the high end. I did have a little dive into like a lot of the other VR headsets, like the high end ones on like PC, and it's ranging around like the ones that are around like £600-700, which kind of makes me think this is going to probably be really, really expensive because they're going full in. Is that the right move, do you think? What's your thoughts on this? Or
yeah, I reckon go in or go home. You gotta go. You gotta, if you're gonna put it out there, I reckon it's gotta be a decent set, innit?
Yeah.
And I think they've drawn in enough people with their, not cheap, but they're reasonably priced one. And I think enough people enjoyed it that they're like, oh, if a new one comes out, I'll just drop the money on it and I'll buy it. I would.
You're gonna buy it?
If it gave a really good experience, anything like what the Oculus can do on PC, and that I don't think that has haptic feedback or anything like that. If you get shot in the head and a piston jams into your head, I'll be impressed. I'll be like, "Wow, that's realistic, isn't it?" Feels like
I think
punched.
the haptic stuff is just in the controllers. I don't think it's in like a headset or anything like that. But yeah, no, I'm quite impressed by the specs. I'm a little bit surprised to have gone for it, and I guess what Ash is saying, I kind of agree. They probably do need to go for it now. The first model was kind of just like an entry point. Let's just kind of keep it as cheap as possible. Let's get people interested in. Let's touch the water. And although some may say it's a gimmick, and I guess a lot of the games are a little bit gimmicky, except for a few standouts, the future of gaming is obviously in streaming and also in VR, pretty much. So this is kind of why it's probably forced Sony to invest in high end. I know you're a little bit interested in VR, Bradmore. What's your thoughts on this?
I am. Yeah, I'm glad it's high end. I want it to be as high end as possible. The performance of the last VR was just it was really good. It was so good. It was so immersive, but you could tell it was just a little bit held back from what it could be. And I can't wait to see. Oh, you're right there, Reese. It's struggling there, isn't it?
Bloody dying, bless him.
It's not very well, Reese.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, I'm really happy they're pushing it up to the max because the PlayStation 5 is obviously very powerful and it's more than capable of keeping up with the competitors. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting. The trouble is though, it's like it's going to cost me a fortune. I know it's going to be so expensive, and I guess that's not a problem because you want to, it's going to be good quality, so you're going to want to pay for it. But I've also got to get an SSD card. So I'm probably going to spend another £1,000 on PlayStation 5 kit over the next year, probably.
Yeah. Are you definitely going to go for the SSD upgrade then?
Yeah.
Why don't you just get an external? Because now they've done it so you can put all your games onto the external.
Yeah, but
just be cheaper.
It's not. It's. I think you can only put PS4 games on external.
I thought they'd released it last. I don't know. I'm not the newsman, but I thought last week they'd released it so you can put PlayStation 5s on there as well.
Maybe, but can't you not look?
You can't launch them. Yeah, so you have to ship them off to the external, and then when you want to play it, you have to ship them back to your. So you still have to take room on your SSD for it to launch. So
I'm a man of convenience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's easy.
I've hit an age where I pay for
What's it at now? It's a terabyte you've got now, and what is this, a 2 terabyte upgrade?
Nah, it's not a terabyte, is it? It's what we working with about.
It's like 700.
Yeah, 600-700, I think. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. And what this introduces 2 terabytes on top?
You can get up to 4, I think. Like, but it's like how much is a 4 terabyte? It's quite expensive. I don't actually know how much the price is, but yeah.
The stupid thing is, I don't really need it because I do just uninstall and install.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's a convenience thing. Like I don't play all these games at the same time. But
it seems like it's more of a lazy thing for you, mate. And you saying it's convenience, it's you being late. You just can't be bothered. You can't be bothered to wait that 5 minutes for it to install.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, see, here we go. Look, if you want, a Seagate Fire Cuda, which is, I think this is one of the ones that they've said does fit into the slot at the back. If you want a 4 terabyte, that is going to cost you £830.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Wow, so like double a PlayStation 5 to get.
Just for memory, just for convenience. It's crazy.
Yeah.
See, what is 2 terabyte going to be roughly half of that?
It's more somehow.
That's it. You know, I'm going to end up spending £300 on an SSD card, £500 on a VR. Oh,
yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
You might as well just get an Xbox as well, and then just share half your games on the Xbox and half your games on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
185 for a 1 terabyte. That's what I'd go for.
Still a lot of money though, isn't it? Just don't do it.
Yeah.
That is going to be pure additional storage, right? It's not like the PS4 where you replace your hard drive. That is the SSD is an additional SSD, right?
Yeah, I think it just adds on to whatever you've already got. Yeah. So
and these are like blades, aren't they? Like
but
an
you've got to
M.2,
make sure you've got to buy one with a heatsink, and you've got to make sure the heatsink fits in with your in the like the slot. So yeah.
Because Western Digital Black do one, but they're they're mad expensive.
Me and Reese were talking about last week, and we said maybe PlayStation done this, you know, so other third party companies can do it and make them open up the market, but maybe it would have been easy to just do something like Microsoft's done, just make them proprietary. This is your memory card, basically. That's it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I've actually listened to a few videos about like the SSDs and stuff, and I actually changed my mind, and I think what Sony are doing is a lot better. One, because their SSD is a lot faster than the Xbox. Because I don't really know much about hardware, but apparently it is, and no one's actually like pushing it to its maximum, and that's why games are still loading similar to the Series X. But in a few years' time, unless there is like a rehashed model of Xbox and PlayStation, which it probably will be in a few years' time, I'm sure the Xbox Series X or whatever Pro or whatever next version will have a fast SSD, because the PS5's SSD is a lot faster. So opening up to the market probably is the right thing to do, because you can constantly just make the decision yourself. It needs to be at least, I think, is it 5,000 megabits per second, whatever it is. And then it's obviously down to you what storage where it's just 1 terabyte, that speed for the Series. I know it's like just click in and it's quite easy and simple, but you haven't got the customization of that you've got. And I think pretty much every single SSD, from what I've been told, unless you buy a laptop one, has a heatsink with it already. So it's not like it sounds worse than what it is. They all come with heat sinks. You would have to go out and seek a specific one that doesn't have one. Which I'm probably sure Ash knows quite a bit about. He's obviously a little bit more into the hardware stuff.
Yeah. So most of them do. Most of them it's not really required. As far as I know, on PCs and that, you don't really need a heatsink on them. They don't. It's not like normally you just put them on the motherboard, so it's going to be no heat getting really produced near it. And if you do, you've got your heatsink from your your normal heatsink, but it is weird. It's weird where I'm guessing they've put it near. I mean, it's all quite tight in there, isn't it? That's why you got.
They said you definitely need a heatsink, because otherwise,
because it's going to burn it out. It seems like a weird place to put it, but like I say, I suppose it is very compact, so that's why they've put it there.
Yeah.
But I mean, 4 gigs is huge. That is completely overkill for an SSD. If you went for that one, I mean, most gaming PCs don't have that.
I wouldn't get that.
Which that is, it's like a little M.2. This is the fastest one you can get. But like I said, me personally, I'm just going to get an external. I'm just going to get one, plugs in the back. I mean, the data cable that goes from the back of the PlayStation 5 is this really good rewrite speeds anyway. So even I know you can't have it on there like you were saying, Brad, but
shift it over.
Shifting it over, you're looking about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I can do that. I'll go for a week, come back, done.
I've got I've got 1 terabyte external on my
I've said
PlayStation 4 still, so
Yeah.
it's but that was better. The external hard drive on the PS4 was better, obviously, because you could just launch them from it as well. But it's.
But they've done that on purpose though, because they're like, you could get a SATA SSD for like you know £100, and you can get a 2 terabyte for that. So like, let's not do that. Let's not allow that. They've got to have like an M.2 one, and that way they can do it.
Yeah.
But
back to VR. I ain't interested in it, so
No?
I won't be going in. No.
I am. The thing is,
I don't like to be the like come across as the miserable mustachioed one of the podcast, but it's just not for me.
Job.
You are what you are, mate. Just embrace it.
I like single player. I'm in a room on my own. Don't have to talk to anyone in the dark, and I can just be on my own.
I like that. I've got a lot of time. I've got a lot of time.
You need to see a therapist.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'll get that VR. I'm only going to be on my own. No, with I think I'm hoping with this one, if it's good enough, they can release a big game. Where it's like, I wouldn't mind getting VR to play that game. They haven't had that.
That's another thing. Yeah, when PSVR the first one was out, and Reese had it.
Get the gangsters.
Brad Moore had it. But I remember Reese you getting it years ago when we worked together, and I never saw anything that come out on it thinking, God, I really wish I had when you get FOMO. So if I didn't have a PS5, a PS4, PS5, whatever, and you saw like Spider-Man, you'd be like, I really want to play that. There was never a game that come out where I was like, oh my God, that is the game I need to play.
See, but this is the other thing, isn't it? They can't do it with a big game like that. It's too risky for the franchise. Say if they only bought a Spider-Man out on VR and it absolutely tanked.
Yeah.
It would kill VR, and people would be pissed off with Spider-Man. So it's got to be like an independent game, which is good enough. And you're like, fucking hell, I really want to play that.
That brings up an interesting point, because that was a problem with the VR1. That's a problem with Vita. It's splitting. Do you concentrate, put your like big hitters like Naughty Dog, Somniac, Santa Monica? Do you want them to make a PS5 game that's going to sell a lot more? Or do you want to make a PSVR2 game?
No.
They're clearly by what they're doing at the moment, where they're putting their games still on PS4. Obviously, they care about making money. So, do you want Santa Monica to make another God of War after this one, or do you want them to make a VR game? Because that's probably what it lies on its success, is that you want them, the big developers, to make the games.
What I think should have always happened with VR is that there's with these big games, there should be some incentivization to have like a VR mode or like a VR mini game as part of these AAA games.
100%.
So you're not necessarily having a God of War or a Naughty Dog game on VR, but there's a mini game or a VR thing. So you see your characters in VR, and there's like a well thought out small, maybe a section of the game or something like that. It couldn't be part of the main story in case you haven't got VR, obviously. But do you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
On FIFA, like a penalty shootout on VR, just having it integrated into the game, but not a main part of the game. So it's not a necessity to have VR. But if you've got VR, there's an incentive.
It's another experience.
Like, I want to do that God of War thing on VR. That looks sick. Like, it's just one fight or something. I don't know. Like, there's none of that. None of that happens.
Like what they done with Resident Evil.
Yeah, well, Resident Evil.
That tempted me to get it because I wanted to play it in VR.
Yeah. I was so disappointed Village wasn't VR. So disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like that little I don't know if it's in there, like Concrete Genie. That was like just a normal, obviously, PS4 game, but there was you could play if you had VR. There was like a few levels where it was in VR.
Yeah.
So like you say, just get a game and just add on elements of VR onto it. But for me, I don't think that's enough to make me want to buy
Imagine
it.
if they done like Call of Duty VR. That'd sell. Or not even Call of Duty, but you could play Call of Duty. It's a first-person game. You could also play it in VR. You know what I mean? That'd work, probably.
Was there a VR experience Call of Duty? I feel like there was. I can't remember.
There was. It wasn't Call of Duty though. You were sitting stationary in a spaceship flying around with space guns. It was I don't know why it was.
Yeah, it was Infinity War. Was it Infinity War? What? I can't remember which.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been that one.
But we've got Squadrons. I think was like the last biggish VR.
That's meant to be great. That's meant to be really good.
Yeah.
I only played normal. I only played it normally. I didn't play it in VR. Obviously, I got one.
I need to dust off the old VR. It's been a while.
Yeah, I do feel like I want to.
So.
Yeah, I do feel like I want to get one, but again, just comes down to, is there going to be any good games, and how can you implement it into it? Because unless you're walking around, so you have to have the fucking, I want to go over there and point, and then you transport over there, which is shit. How'd you do it? Yeah. I just want to have it as a headset. All I want to use the controllers for literally everything. I just want to look around with the headset. I think that'd be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it to be wireless.
Yeah, and it to be wireless. Yeah, because wired headset is just a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. As if it's still not wireless. It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a point. Let's ask Mr. Reese. Is it wireless, Reese?
No, it's not. There's a single cable.
Fucking shit.
But I would imagine that's to bring costs down. It would be even more expensive if it was wireless, and then you're going to probably put
in your fucking head. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why costs.
I think if Valve put Half-Life Alyx on it, you know, that'd be because that was supposed to be one of the best VR games.
Supposed to be the best VR game.
So yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I think they made I can't remember what they made. They made some hardware for it specifically, so I don't know if it would work on PSVR. But
hey, I'm not the tech guy. I'm the ideas guy. I'm just
there he is. Yeah, I'll put Matt. You make it a reality. I sell you the dreams. You make it a reality. Yeah.
So Ali G when he's trying to sell the hoverboard, and he's just like a skateboard with no wheels, and he's like, no, it's my idea. You have to make it. Yeah. I think that was Donald Trump episode.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Anyway, news story number 2. Hopefully I can get through it. Sony has secured enough components to hit the 22 million PS5 sales goal. So the CFO of Sony has confirmed that the company has enough semiconductors to sell 14.8 million PS5s in the current fiscal year, which would mean that they would sell 22 million if the target is met. Sony is hoping that shipments of the PS5 Digital Edition console to its customers will surpass 14.9 million. PS4 shipped at the same stage of its life cycle in 2014. So it surpassed that already. So the CFO has plans to sell an additional 12 million units over the next 8 months, which is quite impressive. Kind of when we discuss the numbers, it's kind of insane. Obviously, they just hit 10 million. Obviously, we've discussed many times about the lack of games on PS5. And obviously, we've talked about exclusive like Horizon and stuff maybe being delayed. Is this probably why they're looking at things like Horizon? Like, we don't need Horizon. We might as well just push it back because every one we can make, we're selling.
Yeah,
and obviously
they're going to get to the point where everyone who wants one can get one, and then if they keep playing this game, then it's going to take too long to get the games out, and then everyone's going to be like, "Well, I took me a lot long to get one. I've got it, and now they're not releasing the games because it's taking too long for them to come out." So they need to.
Maybe.
Did you see what was trending on Twitter last night? Not a PS5. It's so it's funny. The PlayStation community manager tweeted out, "Hey, what you playing?" As in, like, just trying to start a dialogue, and everyone started to reply, not on PS5." And it started to trend on Twitter, so like massively backfired. Like it was like number 4 worldwide Twitter hashtag not a PS5 because like fucking no cunt can get hold of one.
It's true though, isn't it? I mean, how many people? I know they're still selling amazingly well, but I don't know. I only know one other person who's got one who ain't you guys.
Yeah.
Can't get them. We're on it.
Lucky.
I know a few people who still can't get them that want them.
Yeah.
I know a few people that have got one, but the numbers are quite clear. Like they're saying they've sold 10 million, and that's a lot more than what they've sold PS4s at this stage. It's still early in the generation. I think maybe because of the problems with the semiconductors and where obviously it slowed down in like spring, but clearly it's sped back up again, and they've secured components, which makes me think, surely if you're Microsoft and you're seeing the success of the Series X and you've got the money to back it, like you've got more money than Sony, it seems to be whoever releases them, sells them. I would put everything down to get more than Sony. If they're going to make another 14 million, we're going to make 20 million because people are just buying them. And maybe we're going to outsell PlayStation for the first time. It just seems to be maybe Sony got better connections. I don't know, but
Microsoft should buy all these little conductor things. Just put a higher bid in for them, take all the parts from Sony.
Yeah.
Lucky.
At this point in like how long they've been out, when PlayStation 4 come out, I got one at the beginning of the year. At this point, all my friends had one who wanted one, like, all of them. Like there's all like, yeah, I've got PlayStation, and you just go on there and you see them all playing. But now I go, you know, you get the little icon on your mates who you've got on, people I don't even talk to anymore. They're all still showing PlayStation 4s and they're all playing all the time.
Losers.
They're just your mates can't get hold of them.
Yeah.
And I know we say like they're sold better. They are, and I know they have. But again, I mean, I work for a company, and we got offered, because we buy from all over the world. We got offered like 500 units of PlayStation 5s, and that's from a private. That's from a private company because we buy parts from everywhere.
Yeah.
And so there's still companies that have got masses of them, which ain't on the public market.
Mm.
But yeah, we didn't buy them in the end. No point. We don't deal with them, but still.
It's odd. It is odd, yeah. But I get what they're still selling so well, so they don't have to rush the games out. And I'd rather have a game come out that worked than it didn't. But yeah, they need to start bringing games out. You know what I mean?
It's weird, and it's like they've all been caught off guard. It's like, oh bloody hell, oh shit, we've got to get these games out. We knew this was happening.
I don't see it like that. I think it's the complete opposite. I think they're delaying it because they don't need to release it. And I think that in hindsight now, I think they probably wish they delayed Ratchet and Returnal because now there's this big gap. They probably should have released Ratchet in September and they wouldn't have been in such a big gap. But now looking at the market in this November, December, and they're probably thinking we don't need to release a game. They don't normally release games in that period of time anyway. They always release them in spring and stuff. Like you look at PS4 generation, they kind of just leave it to the third parties to release in like autumn and stuff. So they're probably thinking we can leave Horizon until February, push God of War slightly back, push the other things slightly back. And then as it becomes more that PS5s are more available, when we actually do need games to be a bit more competitive, they're releasing, trickling out rather than...
It's a bit of a kick in the bollocks.
It's a bit shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm bored. I've got nothing to play. I'm replaying Red Dead, one of the best games ever made. It's just I'm like, what am I doing here? Why is there no game? I've bought this fucking console, and now you want me to buy a bastard upgrade for it so I can put more games in. I ain't got no games. Where's my games?
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Certainly more games this time round than it was during PS4. I remember when I bought PS4 just after launch, and all I had was FIFA.
But this ain't just after launch anymore. I'm talking about in the first year period. I bought mine in February and obviously come out in November. And round about this time during that period, I had 3 games to play. There was no backwards.
How many PS5 exclusive games are there at the minute? Ratchet, Returnal. That's it.
And Demon Souls.
So that one's a...
And then Demon Souls come out with it.
Yeah, one's a remake and you got 2. So it's 3 exclusive PS5 games and it's been out for what, 9 months? 8 months. You know, the only reason it's doing better than it would have is because it's backwards compatible. There's only 10 games like from the PS4 that you can't play on it and no one's heard of them. So that's I play all PS4 games on my PS5, and don't get me wrong, it's better because of load times and whatnot, and it looks better. But yeah, I'm playing PS4 games, and some of them get free updates to make it look better on the PS5. Some don't. Some you have to pay. So it's I don't know if this is their strategy of
it's a shit strategy. It's a shit strategy.
Delaying them till they need to, and we know they're only going for big budget game releases now. They don't care. They only want games that's going to make millions or billions even. I don't know. Yeah, they just need to be careful because otherwise people might just get bored. If they buy a PS5 and then we're not seeing a lot of releases like 2
numbers suggest they're wrong, and that's what they work with.
People can change their mind. People can get bored.
Yeah, me and Brad used to be big Xbox fans. Yeah. Huge. We'd just buy an Xbox, and then we thought, oh, we're Xbox fucking about now. I'll get a PlayStation.
Jump over.
It's an easy thing to do. They've both got good games on them. Xbox are the same though. Xbox are even worse. There's no fucking exclusive games. If they had to pull their finger out and buy and start actually releasing games, I'll just turn my PlayStation off and just play the Xbox.
Yeah, they did. Their strategy. I know you say they go by the numbers and what that's what guides them. But I don't know. They just need to be careful. Don't get complacent. and just make games. Just give us some games.
What they need to do, is a game console. They need to make some games for it.
Yeah, I want games.
Well, imagine that. That'd be fucking great.
Yeah,
So,
they're coming. COVID is also a thing which has
One day.
delayed so many
3
games
years
this year.
3 years after you bought your PS5, you're gonna have a few PlayStation 5 exclusive games.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
I love it. Loving life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You got any thoughts on this, Spreadmore? Been quiet in this conversation?
No, kind of yeah. I think you're right. I think COVID is affecting the amount of games we're getting, which is a bit of a shitty excuse, but that has had a knock-on effect and has caused delays. But yeah, games are just harder to make, and they're just so much bigger, and that with that affects quantity. The games take years, and they don't take 2 years to develop anymore. They take 7 years, 8 years for those big games, and I think we're just
like the PS2 era, like of being like GTA 3, Vice City, and then San Andreas came out in like 2 year periods of each of it. It's like that's insane. Like, can you imagine? Just
no, we've had one over the last 3 generations, so it's
yeah.
And that ain't because they're making a game that's so big. That's because they're making so much money online that they're like, we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
2025. Let's do it. 12 years.
It's like Elder
Scrolls
Scrolls as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just want the big games, and I don't mind waiting 4 years, waiting 8 years or 7 years. That's a long fucking time for me to be. That's a long time for me to wait for a game.
Well, 10 years. 10 years since Skyrim come out. 10 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Next time an Elder Scroll comes out, I might have fucking kids, and I've got to pay attention to them. I just want to play on my game. I've got some kids running around. How annoying! That's mad.
No, you don't have to worry about it. Next time the Elder Scroll game comes out, you have a teenager. Right? It's going to have an 18-year-old knocking about.
Like, go on, you got to leave now.
Well, get off that console. I want to play.
That'd be me. Yeah.
I
want to play as an Argonian.
Yeah. The lusty Argonian. But I just don't. I don't know. Yeah, I'd like I say, I'll delay them if you need to finish them. That's cool. But if you're delaying them because you're like, we don't need to, because people are still buying the games, then
that's a bit not fair.
And hey, if they release them, am I going to buy them all? No.
Yes.
I'm going to wait for them to go on sale.
It don't matter. Brad's the enemy.
Yeah, maybe don't listen to me. Yeah, I'm the reason why Days Gone didn't get a sequel. So it's,
I'm complaining.
You don't buy any games, so I don't know why you're complaining.
I'm complaining now. When these games come out, I'll buy them and I'll be happy and I'll shut up. I'll be like, I love it. It's great. But at the moment, I'm someone who's got a cup and it's empty. And I've paid a lot of money for this cup, and I want some nectar in there.
Some juice.
I want some juice.
Yeah. I'll buy games. If it's a game I like, I'll buy it. The day of Mass Effect, bought it. What else?
Just a remake again, a remaster.
Yeah, that's what I know. I like it.
Pissing me off as well. I want some new games. I don't want to keep on remasters.
Comfort blanket. Cyberpunk, bought it day of. Shouldn't have.
Fuck.
Shouldn't have bothered.
No one should have.
Yeah.
Pre-ordered it.
There you go. Yeah, I pre-ordered it as well. Like a damn fool. I was a damn fool.
A lot of people pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it.
I pre-ordered
I've been enjoying it. It's good.
I actually had a dream last night that I was playing Cyberpunk and I was enjoying it. And
you had a dream?
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I was in hot sweat. I was like, oh god, it was a nightmare. But yeah.
Have you re-downloaded it? You should re-download it. No. You should.
I'm pretty sure I fucking yeeted the disc out the window. I can't anymore.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's enjoyable.
Mine, but I haven't got any room on my hard drive to download it. So
have you not? No, I've only got Red Dead on mine. I think that's it. Red Dead and The Village.
Well, if Sony does hit its target, do you reckon it will? Going back, I don't know if you guys answered that. Do you reckon they are going to sell 22 million market hit?
Yeah, probably
by March.
Yeah. People want them, don't they?
Well, end of March, April will be the end of the financial year. So
what's that? Another 12 million they want to sell?
14, yeah, I believe.
14 million.
Yeah, I guess 12. Yeah.
12, yeah. Quick maths.
Demand's there for that target.
Yeah. I mean, if they had them in the shops, I know plenty of people go down and go, oh, I have one. Then walk in, grab it. Hey, I'm out. Well happy, but it's just will it happen or not?
Yeah.
Or if it does happen, if it actually end up in people's hands, not just a warehouse again.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about those. If you was in the business and you had a massive stockpile of them and there was more coming to the market, you're like, fuck, I can't let people buy them because then the stock I've got is going to be useless. It's going to be worthless. So I'm going to have to buy them again. put them with that stock, and then people still have to keep coming to me. But I don't know. I don't know if people are still buying from scalpers.
I don't know. I know
People would be buying from scalpers.
Yes.
Why would scalpers hold on to them? Makes no sense.
Because it does. Because say you've got 40 of them, and another 150 come on the market. People buy that 150. This 40 I've paid full price for are now worthless. I'm going to have to sell these at a discount price. So if I buy them, people still can't get hold of them. Now my stock's still worth the same amount of money.
I know someone at work
that
once
makes sense.
someone at work
Does
once
make
said a digital.
That's me.
It does, because if you control the lion's share of the market, then
You can decide the prices.
you can set the price. If you have 10, and then you've got 10 PlayStations, and then they
I feel like the whole scalper thing is blown so out of proportion. It's like it ain't like scalpers have bought 8 million and then like 2 million
made like
people.
£1 million, didn't he? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of this? You know, I want to make £1 million selling PlayStations and trainers, but I don't.
It's like all hardware. As soon as it's like if you're a scalper, you want to sell it immediately because the value is going down the longer you hold on to it.
It's not, because you can't get hold of it. It's only going to go down once the market's flooded. Once the market's flooded, you can get hold of them. You can get hold of it. Then you'll be like, yeah, shit, the stock I've been holding on to is it's not as worth as much anymore, and then I will have to sell it.
But no one could have predicted the shortage of the parts. So if you're a scalper in, I don't know, you got it in like December, January, you wouldn't have known that this shortage would have continued. Like I think we spoke about it on the thing. We thought they would be readily available by now. I'm shocked that they're not. So if I was a scalper buying it back when it first launched, I would want to sell it immediately because
and I think they was wanting to sell it immediately, but I think it's just like that's played into their hands as well. They're like, oh great, I've still got this stock. Nobody can get hold of them now. I've got them. Is it for 700 quid? My kid really wants one, or is it just give me 700 quid, you can have one.
Yeah. Looking at Lifetown's. Go on, sorry, Brad.
So say someone at work wants to get a digital one, and he found one for it was like 450. So obviously that's not as bad as some of them have been going for, but that's still like what £100 more than what a digital is supposed to go for.
Sure.
So it's there's still opportunists out there.
Of course, yeah. And obviously, being a enthusiast like we are, jumping in early, I guess obviously these pain points like we've been discussing about the lack of games at the moment, or the specific games that we want. Obviously, we're a very niche market. We're not the general public that don't know anything. It's like I've been listening to a few podcasts, and we know where we spoke about on here about the whole Activision Blizzard stuff and the whole lawsuit. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, everybody's going to boycott Call of Duty. It's like, no one's going to boycott Call of Duty. Call of Duty is so mainstream. People that just go and buy Call of Duty, it's like things that happen at EA and people that buy FIFA. They're not gamers. They just play FIFA and COD. They don't know anything about Activision. They don't know nothing about EA. It's just So it's the same.
What you're saying is, what I think Reese is saying there is he condones the actions of Activision Blizzard. That's
what am I saying? Sorry.
That you condone their actions. That is bad, Reese. That is big talk.
I condone their actions.
Bang out of order, mate.
Blizzard don't make COD anyway, so different studio. But impressively, if the PlayStation 5 hits 22 million, it will surpass GameCube's lifetime sales, which is at 21 million. It will also be 1 or 2 million under Xbox lifetime sales, the original Xbox, which was 24 million in just a short period of time, which is it's very impressive.
I don't think they'll hit it. I don't think they will.
You don't?
I don't think they'll do 22 million by April. No.
I think they will.
I think they will. I think if they can get them out there, get them into shops, I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it just fine.
Yeah, I think they will.
We'll see.
We will see. We will see indeed.
I'll put a tenner down.
And they will absolutely tell us because they love bragging about numbers whenever they hit them.
Yeah.
So we will certainly know, and we'll report it on the show. Next news story, sticking with PlayStation, is Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which is the multiplayer mode, is going to get a standalone release, which I thought we already had one. I'm pretty sure I saw it in the store, but apparently not. It's going to be available from the 3rd of September, digital only. It's going to be £15 if you don't own Ghost of Tsushima already, or the Director's Cut. There's going to be new content added. All this information I'm going to give you is obviously part of the separate release, but it's also going to be part of the director's cut. So if you own Ghost of Tsushima and got Legends already, you're going to get all this good stuff already. So new content is going to be added starting from the 10th of September going through to the 1st of October. So we're going to get new maps. There's going to be a new mode called Rivals. There's going to be new cosmetics, new abilities, new difficulty levels. Also, there's going to be new trophies as well for people that like trophies. Also going to be a few new features added on top of that. I don't know if you guys, none of you guys have played. I'm the only one that's played it at all. It was really, really good. It's like really fun, shockingly good. Are you guys going to jump in at all? Obviously, it's free for you guys. Is this an extra thing?
No.
Probably not. No, I say I will, but I probably won't. No, I'm just not an online pub guy. If it's a game I enjoy, like when we was all playing Division, and I keep asking you to come back and play with me, but no one will.
It's so slow. It's so slow.
You got to do it, Reed. You said you're playing with me. Come on.
Okay.
I'll play it.
Yeah, we'll set
I can actually play it with a PlayStation now.
Yeah, exactly. Ashley's
PlayStation
ain't going to
5.
be getting kicked out. He's playing the original PS4. It's going to be brilliant. Imagine it. It'd be brilliant. All right. We'll
What
set
about
a
you,
time.
Bradmore?
I could play.
Yeah, you say you could play, but you never fucking played. Every time
I
you're
love
like,
the
"Where's Brad?"
Division.
He's like, "Oh."
Pin me down. Now's a good time. Next 2 weeks before Destiny gets its update.
He's
Here we
playing
go.
Destiny.
See, and
I'm
I
playing
still
anything at
have.
the moment.
That's one of the games I've left installed on my PlayStation because I keep hoping that we'll go back to it.
Oh, to be honest,
You
I'll
should jump
delete it,
into-
but I will reinstall it.
I will play if you play Avengers with me.
Oh,
All right, yeah,
Got
we
buy
played
Avengers
Division.
now.
I'll play Avengers. Still, virtual handshake there.
Yeah.
blimey.
Done.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I said I was going to play Legends back when Ghost of Tsushima first came out, and I'd done the campaign, and I was kind of like, I need to take a break from this, and I didn't. And my old, like, I don't know, I didn't really have. I had fun playing the game, but where I was like living and like the setup I had, it wasn't enjoyable playing, if you know what I mean. Like I just sit like really close, and the TV was on the wall, so I was like playing like this, and it just weren't fun. I think maybe that's kind of what put it off. But
I'm looking forward to you seeing it in like full resolution in 60 frames. 60 frames is going to be huge.
I was playing on my old TV was terrible. Probably like it's probably like 480. I was playing, yeah. Like everyone keeps saying
Pixel art, yeah, it's like
pixel
art.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
It's all right.
But yeah, I'd say I will, but it's I don't know. I don't think I probably won't end up getting around to it. I'll be too busy playing Division, I think. So
Okay. Ash, you said no. So what's the obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but why is that? Why are you because obviously you both platinumed it, you both love Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, no, I really like the actual game. I just can't. I don't know if I can be bothered to go into the old that side of it. I know I'm really looking forward to the remake, not the remake, the remastered, well, the upscaled one, because I'm going to replay it all again.
Okay,
I'll replay the whole game, and I'll enjoy that. But yeah, I just don't want to. Can't bother to jump into Legends, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. Bradmore, you gonna actually jump into Ghost of Tsushima? Full stop. No.
Oh. Sounds like Stephen Hawking.
He's broken.
I'm just about to freeze.
There he is.
Yep.
Hang on.
Back. You're back.
Yes. All right. Good. That keeps happening every 5 minutes. It does that, and it would just be as you asked me a question. Yeah, I'm going to jump in when it because I haven't played it yet. I played like the first. I think I probably put in about 3 or 4 hours into it, and then I stopped for some reason. But I'm really looking forward to going back in. So when it gets upscaled, I definitely will. With Legends, I know what I'm like. I'll probably jump in and try it for like half an hour and go, "Oh, this is pretty good," and then I'll never play it again. That's probably what'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait to play Ghost of Tsushima. I'm really actually itching for that. When is that upgrade happening?
20th.
Soon, isn't it?
Yeah, 20th.
20th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not this
so
Friday, the following Friday.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah. Can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm only going to do the DLC. I'm not going to play the whole thing again. I'm definitely going to play I'm going to play the Legends stuff because the Legends is it's really good.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be as good as what it is, and I think you guys will actually generally like it. Like you like Division. Obviously, Bradmore likes looter games a bit more than you guys, but it's just a basic looter game, but with the mechanics of Ghost of Tsushima, which is really fun. So, yeah, no, it's good.
It makes sense that releasing it separately because obviously there's a market for online, obviously online co-op games. So yeah, they're just like, let's target that market. We've got the people who've got the game, get it anyway, get the updates anyway, and yeah, if you just want the standalone, then here you go, have at it. So yeah, it does make sense.
It does. Yeah, it's absolutely the right move for them. Yeah, trying to make as much money from it as possible. But yeah, no,
you should
it's really fun.
play the single player game because it's like a masterpiece.
That's why I'm going to replay it. That's why I'm going to replay it.
Ooh, strong words. Masterpiece.
I'll tell you one thing I didn't like about it though. It's a stupid little thing, but when spoiler alert, when you first fight the Mongol guy and he beats Shay and chucks you off the bridge. Someone managed to do that and actually get his life down to nothing. And he weren't cheating, he was just really good at playing the game. And you couldn't beat him. I wish they'd put in another cutscene where he just cheats and just chucks you over anyway.
Yeah, I saw something. Yeah, that someone was fighting him for about an hour, chipping away his health, and then but you couldn't kill him. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite impressive. I feel like I immediately got smashed. I was just like, oh Christ! Okay, this game got really difficult. Yeah, but obviously it was a part of the game. I was like, all right, fine, that makes sense. Made me feel a little bit better about my life, but Christ.
I got as far as that fight. I remember that fight.
Yeah.
It was game of the year last year, I think. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima game of the year last year. Nothing else really come out last year, so.
I think the official game of the year last year was Hades, which is out next week, and I have pre-ordered it for PS5, so I look forward to jumping into that, seeing what all the fuss is about. It's game of the year. It must be for some reason. Metroid. No, is it Metroidvania? Castlevania? No, it's a roguelike, sorry. A bit like Returnal. I'm sure it's going to be easier. I was thinking about jumping into Returnal again because it's so good, but then it's so hard at the same time.
Go on there and platinum it. I think you should platinum Returnal.
No. Talking about platinums, I got 2 platinums this week.
Are you joking? You taking the mic?
Nope. There was this game. This is easy platinum. Yeah. There was this novel storytelling game, and there's you can go into the options. And you buy it. If you buy it, it was on the sale. It was £1.50 something. So I bought it, and I got a PS5 version and a PS4 version. And if you go into the menus, you can tick and skip all cutscenes and put the scroll in to the maximum. And you hold R1 and it goes for 30 seconds. And the trophies pop so quick, it broke the game. And I got a platinum with the people.
Heroes of Talia,
It's even better than My Name is Mayo. It took a minute. I got 2 platinums.
Heroes of Talia.
Yes.
Is that the one?
You see that I got the 2.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah. So you're only 2 behind me now.
Yep.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll download that after this and I'll get them, and then I'll still.
See, this is what I mean. I was kind of thinking about, should I bring that up? Should I not bring it up? Should I not bring it up?
Unbelievable.
I will do that. I will do
that. Breadball, you know you want it. It's only £1.50. 2 platinums.
I'm too 30 far behind you 2 now. I feel like my argument to this whole trophy fiasco is going to be quality, not quantity. I feel like I bring quality to this fight, and you 2 bring quantity. I'm comfortable where I am.
See, out of my 19 platinums, the only 2 I've bought, I've only got 2 cheap ones, and that's My Name is Mayo 1 and 2, and I only did that because of Reese. So the other 17 are quality. Platinums are quality.
Yeah, these are absolute cheap ones. Yeah.
Fallout 3, Ghosts.
Did you ever platinum God of War?
I did.
I didn't know.
I did.
Because I was thinking about platinum now, because I beat the Valkyries. I'm guessing that's the hardest part.
Yeah, and all the collectibles take time as well, if I remember rightly. But yeah, I platinumed it. You got an avatar with it. My avatar on my PlayStation is because I got the platinum, which I think is quite cool. I feel like more games should do that, show that you've actually done it.
Horizon had a theme, I think, didn't it?
So yeah, that was another one that was quite good. Yeah, that's why I wanted to platinum for that. And so did Spider-Man.
Right.
They gave you an avatar as well, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did that. I've done Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've done both, and Miles.
Spider-Man.
And obviously Ratchet.
I'm going to be doing Mass Effects. I'm going to platinum Mass Effects. I'm going to platinum all the Mass Effects. And that little fucker who commented on our YouTube channel ages ago going, "Oh, fucking noobs talking about games don't know about." Go in, wouldn't it? Little prick.
Is that what you do then? Just to show this guy?
Just to show this stranger. Yeah.
You're never going to meet him.
Yeah. Oh, he's outside. Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
He's got a shovel. I don't know why I'd have a shovel, but yeah.
They do. They carry him.
I will be platinum at some point. It's just trying to find the time to do it. So
yeah, those ones are quite good if you just want the trophies.
I was so close to getting the platinum for Marquette, but because it was speed runs, I just give up. I was like, I can't. I was like, no.
Marquette.
Oh, did you actually try them ones then? Yeah.
Yeah, I tried them. Yeah,
They hard.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they'd be like easy or.
I've got a couple, but then yes, and some of the levels are like 9 minutes long, and you just have to like, if you get to a certain point, you haven't done it, you kind of have to go way back. And I was like, no, I can't be bothered. So yeah, I just didn't do it. Oh, and I won't. Obviously, platinum bug snacks.
You haven't done bug snacks.
I have, yeah. I've done bug snacks. Yeah, okay. Bug snacks decent. It's but
I told you I did my GTA 5 platinum, didn't I?
Oh, that was impressive. That is very impressive. Yeah,
0.1%
of people have got that.
Yeah, very proud of that one.
Yeah, that is really good. That is a good one. I was looking at it after you got it, and I was like, I wonder what you got to get. And I was like, oh, these online ones and everything. I was like, no, I can't. I just can't do it. What you did was good because obviously you just put the time in over the years, like all the online stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go over, mop it up. So yeah. It's too far gone for me. And I don't have the game anymore either because someone borrowed it and then they get back.
That's a barrier.
Yeah, someone.
Absolutely, Ash.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I could get
last news story, because we've been going on with the news a little bit too long, is about Halo Infinite. So we're talking about Xbox now. So the tech preview, which was the multiplayer mode, was last weekend, and I've heard only good things about it, which I'm really pleased for Halo fans and stuff. But you actually got data mined the files, and that there's an announcer saying about Battle Royale. So they're clearly going to be adding Battle Royale into it. Basically, in short, what's your thoughts on Battle Royale going into the Halo? And did you guys play the tech preview? Are you interested in it? And what's your thoughts?
Didn't play the preview because my Xbox isn't set up. Battle Royale, Halo, I'll take it or leave it really. I'll give Halo Online a go because I used to love it back on Halo 3 and a little bit of Halo 4, but not as much. Halo 3 was the one. But Battle Royales, I've tried. What's it called? What's the Call of Duty one? Blackout?
Warzone.
Warzone. Yeah, I've tried that. I was absolutely terrible at it. I didn't get one kill. I just died, and then it was just terrible. So
Call of Duty is a lot faster than Halo. I'm not an expert on either, but from what I remember, it's a lot faster.
I'd say Halo will be a lot faster than Call of Duty. Halo can get Halo. I used to play Halo 3, and it was mayhem. Just running around, gravity hammer, just smashing people, and it was great. I don't know if I'll play the Battle Royale though because I've not really ever played. I've never played PUBG or Fortnite. Again, they're just not me. I'm a single player story man. That's my.
You're going to play the normal multiplayer of Halo?
I'll give that a go. I'll give Halo multiplayer a go.
Okay.
And obviously play the campaign. I've got to go back and finish Halo 5. I started Halo 5 a little while ago. I've got to finish that before Halo Infinite comes out. It just isn't the same game though. Like, Halo 1 to 3 and ODST. I'm pretty sure it was Bungie. Yeah.
Reach.
Was that Reach when it started going over to 343? I'm not sure. But,
that was good though. I enjoyed Reach.
Yeah, Reach was all right. Although it did just change all the lore from the books, and I didn't appreciate that. I just didn't, But it's that's just me just being a geek, really. So, but yeah, I'll give it a go. But Battle Royale for me, for someone who's a big Battle Royale fan, this is good. But for me, I just because I'm not into that. Yeah, it's just some things just don't affect you. You just have to.
This is one of them. Yeah. Absolutely. Ash, what's your as a man that's got a Series X thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately I missed out on the thing. I didn't realise until too late, and it was already I couldn't get it. But the Royale thing, I think it's good. I won't play it, but if it adding something to a game which isn't going to affect me, but could make a lot more people jump in and enjoy the game, more sales equals better games at the end of the day. So I think it's good thing. It's a flavour of the month, isn't it? Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing Battle Royale, so it makes sense that they would do it. And like I say, it doesn't take away from the game. It's not like they've had to cut the story down to include that, it's just something else they've added. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you're getting more, that we know of, if you're getting more value for your game, they're adding more things to it. I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be on Game Pass or whatever, because I believe the multiplayer is separate. It's just free to play.
Yes,
You don't even need
yeah.
Game Pass. So I imagine it's going to be the same. It's just going to be a part of the multiplayer that's just free to play. So
Yeah, and it'll be ready with microtransactions.
yeah, of course it will be. Yeah, and so it should be cosmetics and stuff, and a battle pass probably, or whatever model they're going to go with. As someone that is obviously very heavily invested in Destiny, Brad Moore, what's your thoughts on this, on the multiplayer, and obviously the state of the Crucible at the moment, which obviously you can go into with your Destiny chat, but it's obviously been on very wobbly grounds in the last year, especially since obviously stasis and all that stuff. Obviously, a lot of people that like Crucible probably liked Halo originally, obviously given Bungie's links and stuff.
Sure.
Can you see this hurting Destiny at all and the Crucible and stuff?
Yeah, quite possibly. I watched some footage of Halo on Twitch, people playing it to see what it was like, and it does look really good. And Bungie's in this position where they haven't done anything in PvP since Shadowkeep, which is now just about hitting 2 years. Not a single update, and it's just been ticking over. And yeah, people are pissed, which I think tactically why last weekend, a few days ago, I think it was actually, the game director
Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe,
tweeted out about a lot of PvP updates coming. I think this is the first real. I mean, there's always Destiny threats, isn't there? And they never seem to really knock, shake things up for Bungie, because they have got such a large, solid following. But yeah, Halo hits different because it's, Halo is where a lot of these Bungie fans and Destiny fans came from. So it definitely could see some movement in the other direction, and no one's happy with PvP. All these competitive players nobody is saying anything good about PvP and Destiny at the moment, so there's no reason why they wouldn't switch unless Bungie fix it, which is why the game director tweeted out a long string of tweets last week about some of the upcoming changes, which was a little bit vague, and it didn't really. It said, Joe Blackburn had tweeted ahead of the showcase this month, want to talk a little bit about Destiny PvP, and it's like, well, why don't you just wait for the showcase? And it did feel like quite tactically timed, because they're a little bit worried about what Halo are doing.
I agree.
Yeah. So I've got a summary here of what was in the tweets, just in case anyone's wondering. So basically, they're changing 3-peaking, which is like a sort of a cheat that you can do in PvP, where you can have equip a sword, and you can see round corners, and that it was losing the competitive edge. So that's being addressed. Sure. Trials is getting revamped next season, so we don't know how or what. We knew it was going to happen because Trials just has been dead for too long. But
briefly, what for people that don't know, maybe I don't know if Brad and Ash know, but what is Trials?
So Trials is the very competitive, sort of like borderline esport, well, supposedly mode. It's 3v3, very like the very, very top tier go at each other, and it's it's a knockout thing. So if you go flawless, that's where you get the best rewards, and you have to go 9 games without getting beaten, and every single game that you have across those 9, you're matchmaking with other people on that same journey. So when you get to like the 7th game, you're playing against another team that has also won 7 on the trot. So you can imagine the skill level by the time you get to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the real rewards come when you go flawless. So it's the most prestige thing that you can get in. So on paper, it sounds brilliant. It sounds like, really competitive. The best of the best are going to compete to get to the top, but it's just a shit show, and everyone grinds out the bottom levels to collect tokens, to buy the loot, and it's just a very flawed competitive mode that people have had enough of. So it's getting a revamp for next season, which we don't know the details yet, but we will do in good time.
Yeah.
No new maps for 2 years since Shadowkeep, which was 2 years ago. So in next season, we're getting no new maps, but the season after, there's going to be 2 Destiny 1 maps coming back. And then the season after that, there's going to be a brand new map. So at least they've said, okay, they're coming, not for the immediate, but they're coming soon. And then most importantly for me, I think none of those things really make too much difference for me and maybe Reese, but the good news is they're bringing back fun game modes to PvP as well. They've confirmed. So next year they're bringing back Rift, which was a Destiny 1 favorite, which is like I guess a capture the flag sort of mode, because it's all at the moment. It's very much like team deathmatch or zone capturing, and that's it. There's not a lot of variety, but they're bringing back the fun modes. And I think what they've all but said is that Bungie have got this new IP, right? And it's clearly going to be, from all the job ads we've seen, it's a PvP game, and I think Matter was patented as the title, and I don't think it's got a release date. I think maybe it was something like expected to 2024, 25, something like that. But it's quite clear that Bungie took their entire PvP team over to the new IP, and they've been working on that and the sandbox for that for the last couple of years and completely neglected Destiny. But now they've said, okay, we've got the foundation there and we're ready to bring the team back to Destiny. We're not giving up on Destiny now. That's sort of the dialogue that they're giving us. And we've neglected it for a couple of years. Sorry, we kind of had to do this, but we're now going to have a renewed focus on PvP and Destiny. We're not giving up on this, but we needed to ship our resources there. So the next few years, and they're talking about long-term plans for PvP and Destiny, which is good, but a lot of people are just pissed with the way it was handled. But at least we can look forward. So I think that's a summary of what's happening with PvP going forward in Destiny.
Yeah, very good summary.
Thanks.
Well, detail there. Well, I guess it's a good segue into your little update in terms of what happened with the TWAB this week. Do you want to go into that now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So ultimately, there's a showcase happening on the 24th of August where they're talking about the Witch Queen, the next big expansion, and the future of Destiny, which is really exciting. When they do these big showcases, there's often like some big changes, so we're going to see where things go with Destiny going forward, which I can't wait to tune in and see. It's going to be at the start. They're announcing everything on day one of the last season of the year, so I think there's going to be some big story implications, and the last season is going to be very exciting on the lead up to Witch Queen, and I'm so excited for Witch Queen because the Hive enemy race is just the most. I think they're the best race in the franchise, in the world of Destiny, and really looking forward to that. So ahead of that, they're mixing up the sandbox quite significantly. So I've just got a few summary points to go through, which is really good. Reese, I'm sure you're pleased for this one. They started off with, it's thinking about PvP and your throw and knife ability. They've said here, if you ever tried to throw a knife at an approaching Screeb only to instead lunge forward and slap a Screeb in the face, Screebs are exploding things that just kill you on explosion. Or if you accidentally wasted your hard-earned melee charge on a lonely dreg. So they're actually changing the button mapping on your melee ability, which is going to be amazing. Which has been, I didn't realize how much that was needed, but now they've said it, it's like, oh my god, that's
I totally agree. It's apparently been a problem what people wanted from the beginning, and I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense. Now you've mentioned it to me, but I can't say that I wanted this up till now. Didn't even realize that. But yeah, it does make sense that you should be able to melee and use your ability separately. Obviously, you probably bottom map it and you probably put it on the maybe an R3 or something like that. But I think it's a welcome change, and I'll certainly update my buttons to match that. I think Breadmon's frozen, hasn't he?
Breadmon's frozen.
I thought he was really concentrating.
Oh, he's back.
He's back again.
There we go.
Back
Well, I could talk about button mapping before. I was just keep going. I was thinking he's surely got to freeze any moment now.
That was my 5 minute little fucking spaz out on the internet.
Lovely.
So you're going to be able to map your melee ability on a separate button of our choice. I think the game director said R3 is a good place that it sits.
Yeah, that's where I would put mine. Yeah,
you're gonna have to manually go in and do that. Have you read this TWAB, by the way, Reese? Do you know about all the sandbox changes yourself?
I read through it briefly. I didn't, and I've tried to listen to a few podcasts, but then I just got a little bit because it's so much.
Yeah,
and like each podcast about it was just like 40 minutes on it. I'm just like, I don't want to listen to a few 40 minutes about this. Well, it's too much. So
they're mixing up a hell of a lot, and this they're not even spoke about weapon tuning yet, so that's still to come.
Yeah, next 3 weeks, right? There's like is it mods, armor and mods next week, and then armor weapons the week after? Is that
right? Yeah. I think that's the way it's going to go. Yeah. They're making more changes to stasis, so they're dialing it back again in PvP, so you can break out when airborne, and the breakout animation when you're frozen has been shortened significantly. So again, it's not going to be as potent. And one of the biggest changes that people are really pissed about is sliding. There's a thing in PvP where you slide people, you get like hunters sliding around the map and titans sliding around the map everywhere. And they're just very hard to, when you.
I know people are going to be upset about that. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's all right.
I am so pleased about that. I am sick. That's what's wrong with Crucible. Everybody plays with the same weapons, shotguns, and they just slide, bang. And it's like, there's no competition because if you've got the right roll and the right shotgun and you just slide in about and you get half decent at it, they just win pretty much nearly every 50. I don't know. It's just
and it's people like Brad and Ash. If they were to jump into PvP, and it's like Brad said with Warzone. I'd be the same. If I jumped into Warzone, I'd just get slaughtered and I wouldn't have any fun. I'd be like, oh fuck this, I'm not playing. And that's kind of like with Destiny PvP. You get these people that have just got absolute muscle memory that come in round the corner, they slide, so they're below head height. And they shoot up with a shotgun, and you're gone before you've even seen them, and it just happens, and you're just dead, and it's so it's just infuriating.
That wouldn't be fun. For me.
No.
So they're addressing it, and they're nerfing these shotgun apes. So when you slide now, your shotgun specific pellet spread has been widened plus 1.5. Well, plus 15%. So your pellet spread goes wider. So your one-shot kills are going to be harder. You've got to be really hit precision to kill now. Your stability has been reduced by 20%, and your flinch has been increased by 1.5 times. So if you get hit, then you're going to flinch. It's going to knock your shotgun off track. So some really good changes to see that they're now going to be on the back burner, and all this muscle memory that all these shotgun apes have got is going to be tossed out the window, which is great to.
I love that. I love the Destiny lingo. Shotgun apes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just know
shotgun
that
ape.
Brad's really involved in the community, and they're just like, this is all the chat they use. It's just it's
I've just been bloody shotgun apes. No way.
I was bloody shotgun ape over here. Yeah, it's just
careful shotgun ape on the map.
Just keep you in the loop.
It's just like back in the day when you play Call of Duty. Bloody camper.
No
it's a camper. There's a camper. You know what I mean? It's just,
I've got bloody no scope.
No scoping. Yeah.
360 no scopes, man.
It's just,
brilliant. There's changes to Arcstrider. Reese will be happy about that. They're getting a 33% damage buff in PvE, and it lasts 20 seconds now, opposed to 15.
Yep.
Internet's gone again.
He's gone.
20 seconds, not 15.
Yeah, that super needs. I don't know if you guys know what that super is from playing.
No.
You played as hunters. You played as a hunter when you played it, Brad CD.
Yeah.
It was obviously the arc one where you had the stick, the staff, and you.
I love that. That was
they're basically buffing it so it lasts a little bit longer because no one uses it, because unless you're using a certain exotic, it basically just runs out immediately, and there's just other options. So they're just trying to balance just so people have used that super a little bit more regularly.
Okay. See, I played as a soldier.
The Titan.
I thought I was really good, and then I showed Brad Moore a picture of my character. I was like, I'm back, Brad. Look how I'm really proud, like showing your dad something.
You had a blue gear, did you?
He just went, oh, that's shit. And I was like, I'll tell you what, fuck yeah, and fuck this game. And I turned it off and uninstalled it and never played it again. So you're the reason I don't play that game, Reese. Brad, rather.
Shit.
He's an elitist.
Fault,
yeah.
Your own fault.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's in like the top 1%. You can't listen to him.
Yeah, top 1% of being
Although someone on Facebook did call him a noob, so someone was like, I can't be bothered to explain to a part-time Destiny player. And then Brad just couldn't have that, and he went off. He went off on this person on Facebook.
Yep. You can say many things about him. Talk about his family, slander his wife, but you can handle all that. Talk about Destiny.
Yeah. Don't say he's
a noob on Destiny.
Honestly.
No, you
he's lost a lot of
beef.
He's lost family over that. Playing that game. He's not turned up to.
Look at his. Look at the grimoires behind him. Look, he's got 3 of them just stacked up. Look. So.
That's bedtime reading.
Yeah.
Serious lore over there.
He's that geezer in the first one who never saw his face. who wouldn't actually explain anything. So that was Brad Moore under that.
The
Yeah.
speaker, yeah.
With the voice
Yeah.
of Bill Nye.
Yeah. He's Bill Nye.
Was it Bill Nye? I think it was. I don't know.
Yeah, it was Bill Knightley. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last there's pages and pages, but obviously that's going to be very boring to read out. But the most significant change for me is Warlock's Nova Warp. You know that Nova Warp, Reese, where you glide around the map and you just explode yourself with the void energy. That's getting a damage buff of 73%, which is crazy.
Is that up or down?
Up.
Is that good or bad? Up. Oh, so that's good, then, isn't it?
You need to teach you the terms of buffing and nerfing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't fucking know.
Nerfs are down, buffs are up.
Now he's broken again. Look, you've broken him.
Yeah, I think someone's nerfed Brad's internet.
Oh, he's nerfed. He's been nerfed. He's got a Gorilla Ape or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
he was called. Gorilla Shotgunman. Shotgunman.
Shotgun Primate.
Why is it now I'm talking? My internet has gone to... It's not been too bad, and now suddenly I'm talking. It's like, no, fuck you, internet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to move.
You're back again.
I'm gonna have to move back downstairs next week. Honestly, it's been, yeah.
Just get a really long Ethernet lead and plug it into your laptop.
Have it going up the
router.
stairs.
Yeah.
See why falls over it.
Yeah. Anyway, your Destiny correspondence is over.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. For a game, I always say I might start playing that, and I never will.
No, I started playing it.
I've got a new headset
straight away.
Oh, nice.
What is it?
What is it?
Astros.
Yeah.
Nice.
A40s.
How much was that?
Nice.
How much?
140.
Oh, nice release.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's decent. That's decent.
Yeah.
They're on offer in Prime. They're so comfy. So comfy.
Yeah, they look comfy. So like fabric.
Yeah,
fabric.
Yeah.
Is that fabric? Oh, is that fabric?
Nice.
Yeah, because I don't like the leathery.
Yeah.
The livery ones.
I've got both 700s and I use them for everything.
Got JBL, mate. JBL, 15 quid from B&M Bargains. Lovely.
Nice done.
you can tell Brad's seen he plays multiplayer.
Yeah. Ash was there when I bought them, and I was like, I'll get these. And then like we went through the till, and then like the gaming ones, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered.
He's like, shall I take them back? And I was like, no, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Like,
Done.
So,
Have you actually got a headset now? Like, so if we did play multiplayer, like Division, you'd be able to speak?
Yeah, these.
Oh, they got a mic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fine, fair enough.
I use these, and these have got a mic. These, I'm using the mic.
Because I don't even remember last time, Ash. Like we tried playing, and somehow Brett said he didn't have a mic at all. Just nothing.
Yeah, I was like, go right, and I don't know if he was responding or not.
I've got these. Got these that I use. You can use these as well.
I don't know what that is. That's just a wire, son.
These
right, okay.
Just a cable.
AKGs.
Nice.
Yeah.
All quality gear Brad uses.
I did used to have some really good skull candy ones, and my dog chewed through the wire, so that just broke them. So that was.
Laura bought me these. Anniversary present, mate. Look at that. Gosh.
I was thinking, I was looking about just getting like a cheap headset, like gaming headset. But then I thought I just don't play online enough. So
yeah, if you get a 3D audio though, playing single player games with 3D audio is worth it.
That's what I do. If I'm on my own, I wear my headset because you just get surround sound. You get fucking freaked out because you think something's behind you.
Yeah, no, it's really good for certain games. Like God of War, it was like the first game I played. It was just the music. It was just built on a real atmosphere. No.
Well, when we play Division, I'll make sure I've got a headset. So
Nice. Is Brad seat more frozen again?
Brad Moore's gone, mate. I think he's just reading the Gwynwire. Look. Oh, no, he's back again. He looks like he's just been born. He's so confused. You know what's going on.
To round off what Brad Moore was saying about Destiny, and obviously maybe he can, if he doesn't freeze, he can give an overview thoughts on the TWAB and the changes. I think most of them are positive. I think some of them are needed. It's hard to tell until obviously it comes into like play and you can actually feel the changes. And then because they're so up and down, like with Stasis thing, they're buffing it, then they're nerfing it, then they're buffing it, then they're nerfing it. And it's just like everything's just up, down. It's just kind of like, all right, easy for me to say, but it's kind of like, can you not just get this right eventually? Like, you just, so obviously we'll see what it's like once it's comes out. Destiny's in a bit of a low at the moment. I kind of just don't really, not that I don't care about it anymore, but I haven't played it for so long, and it's just kind of just like, it feels a little bit dead. I'm waiting for a new season. I'm waiting for the next kind of expansion, which is aimed till next year. And I'm just like, all right, fine, but I just don't really. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how you're feeling. I know obviously you're still playing it, Bradmore, but I haven't played it for like a good month. Obviously, we knew this was going to happen because of the delay, but I just feel like there's such a bad lull. And I wanted to bring up to you about the whole model about how front heavy the seasons are. And do you think this is now a little bit of a problem that they're too front heavy? Because I feel like you get to halfway into the end and it's just dead pretty much. Do you not think?
Yeah, it is. And it depends how you play. I think they are front heavy. A lot of people drop off anyway, and they must know their numbers. And when they put stuff at the end of the season, maybe it's not that much as engaged as it is at the start of the season. And maybe just it's in their design model that, let's just get people. We're quite content with a lot of people coming on in that 4-month seasonal period with having 1 million regular players on month 1 and 200,000 on month 3 and 4. Maybe they're happy with that. And, the month 3 and 4, if you've really grinded out at the first half of that season, see, all I'm doing now is all the really challenging stuff. And I'm actually really enjoying it because it is dead. You're absolutely right. There's nothing new happening in Destiny at the moment. But what I'm doing is all the Grandmaster Nightfalls, and there's like a master like hard mode raid and stuff like that. So the really, really challenging stuff, which I couldn't jump into if I just wanted. Like if you jumped in now, Reece, you probably wouldn't be at level to do a Grandmaster or the master.
No, I wouldn't be.
Whereas that's what's filling my void now is all this really, really challenging stuff. And there's something quite enjoyable about that. And it's very different. It's not new content, but it's challenging content. So I think for the hardcore, there's something in it because the people I'm playing with are enjoying doing the really challenging stuff. We're getting some really good rewards from it all. And then at the start of the season, it just seems to be all about new content, new modes, this, that, and the other that most people burn through and then drop off.
Sure.
Maybe it's a conscious model. Maybe they're like, for the hardcore, they're going to get more out of it at the end because they're leveled now for the end. And the casual or it's not really casual because no one's a casual on Destiny, but the more casual audience get their fix for month 1 and 2 and play other games month 3 and 4, and maybe that is a design strategy. I don't know.
Perhaps,
no, it works
perhaps.
for me, but
yeah. I'm just a little bit concerned for them, not like when I'm saying concerned about next season, just because that's still going to be the season that's clearly going to be the longest. We're assuming it will be. Of like that front end heavy, and then you're going to have even more months. Like you're going to have potentially maybe 3 months of just dead. And even like I know like you're the hardcore of the hardcore, but you're going to want to play the game with nothing for 3 months, just playing. Do you know what I mean? It's like
no, not at all. Unless these leaks come to fruition. So I don't. Did we speak about the leaks on here about the Halo crossover?
I don't believe we have. No, go on. Bring up.
So it's rumored, and it is. There's no real evidence behind this. It's purely speculation. And of course, I've gone again. No, I'm back.
No, you're back. You're back. You're right. You're back.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Yeah, so there's Halo, a speculated Halo crossover that's going to fill that void. There's Bungie's 30-year anniversary coming up, and as part of that, and to coincide with the release of Halo, there's going to be like a Halo bundle within. Well, allegedly, there's going to be a Halo bundle within Destiny where they bring back Bungie PvP maps from old Halo games, Halo game modes in PvP, some missions that are sort of Halo orientated. Yeah, there's basically Halo content going to be put into Destiny, apparently. And these leaks, there's leaks and speculation all the time with Destiny, but these have got a little bit of weight behind them because of where it came from and because of the timing and because of the gap. And it could just be a convenient made up story, but there could be some truth behind it. Me and Reece have spoke about this before and trying to work out what's in it for Bungie, what's in it for Halo. And you could argue that there's some stuff in it for both parties, but is it something that will happen? It seems a bit too good to be true from my standpoint. But
I just don't think it will happen personally.
Yeah,
obviously we spoke about it a few times off camera and stuff, and my views on it. But obviously we'll see. But I just don't see Microsoft, especially with the success of Halo Infinite, I think it's the last thing they want to do is get involved with Bungie and Destiny. And then also, I think Bungie and Destiny have moved on from Microsoft. I just don't think they want to be involved with each other. I just don't see why they would want to do that personally.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway,
time will tell.
We've spoken about Destiny long enough. Brad, Seeley, do you want to kick it off with your stuff?
Yeah, okay. So I've got a game here that you need to guess, and it's a game that come out in the past, and this is called This Day in Gaming. Okay.
Wow.
So this is
Wow.
this is it. So
It came out today.
Yeah, boy.
it come out on the. So this game was released on the 9th of August, 2016.
Bloody hell.
Okay. Sci-fi game.
That's not FIFA 16 then.
No.
No,
Okay.
not that one.
Highly anticipated. Highly anticipated.
Yeah.
When
Is
was
it Andromeda?
No.
Yeah.
When it was initially released, it was panned.
Oh, is it dead? Is
Oh.
it No Man's Sky?
No, No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky. Yep, there you go.
2016.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I remember Reece saying, I've pre-ordered No Man's Sky, it's going to be really good. And then when it came out, I was like, how do you feel? And he was like, oh, that's right, Mafia 3's coming out, that's going to be better. And I was like, is it?
That was a rough year. I remember I was a bit burnt out of gaming. I was like, I will never pre-order a game.
Yeah.
I think I said that. And
you went out and got a PSVR. So.
The last 5 years. Did I get that? Was that 2016 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had more money in a sense.
One more for Ashley.
I've grown in the last 5 years. No.
Got a moustache there, Brad.
Yeah, I know. You're level now. Ashley and Reece are level.
Makes sense.
5 apiece.
5 apiece.
Nice.
Brad's frozen again. Okay.
Well,
it's like he's so confused. Look.
We'll end the podcast on what we've been playing this week. Brad, Seeley, do you want to kick off? What you've been playing this week, mate?
I've just been playing more of Metro Exodus.
Such a good game, isn't it?
Really good game.
Told you.
Yeah.
When I first started playing it, when I got it for Christmas, I said it was such a good game.
Yeah, really good game. I had to do one. You had to go down because there's spiders in the game, and usually you do walk through, you get your lighter out, and you burn the cobwebs. And the way the game does it, they crawl across the screen, makes it look like, and you're like, oh Jesus. And I was like, oh, that's as bad as it gets, whatever. And then there's one mission I've just done where you have to go underground, and there's big spiders, and they chase you, and it's fucking horrible. It was really like I was tensing up because you've only got a light, you've only got a torch to look around, and then you got these big like spider things. Like, it weren't fun. I didn't like it, but I've done it. I persevered.
There's a part in that game where you get a guitar, and it was really annoying because I didn't realise I had to give it back to a geezer on the train.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do it, and I was had to carry this fucking guitar around for the rest of the game.
And a teddy, you find a teddy as well.
Don't even want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Really enjoying it. I'm on the second open world bit now. I think I've nearly done it. So yeah, it's really enjoyable. Again, it won't be a game I can platinum because you have to do it on the hardest difficulty, and I just don't want to. But are
you in the swampy landy bit now?
I've done the bit where you're on a boat and there's a giant catfish, like Volga. I've done the bit after that, and now I'm in the desert.
I thought the desert come first.
No, the swamp bit, the water bits first, and then I'm in desert now. Yeah,
good game. That bloody good game.
Yeah, it's good because you've got choices as well. Like I was saying to Reece last week, I thought I'd messed up one of the choices to get the good ending, but I did. It turns out I didn't, because you have to like escape. I said you have to escape this church without killing anyone and being seen. And I murdered everyone, killed absolutely everyone. And later on in the game, she was like one of the characters was like, "Oh, maybe you at least you escaped the church without being seen and killing anyone." And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, yeah, damn right. And then the trophy popped, so I got that one. I was like, "All right, cool." So,
I still haven't played it. In fact, I've actually deleted it from my PlayStation.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God,
Reece.
You put me off a bit last week when I asked you about the combat, and you said it was similar to Fallout, and I was just like, "Oh,
that's good." The combat's good.
I wouldn't say so at all.
The combat it ain't.
And then I just deleted it. I was just like,
but
it's like no. I'd say when you shoot something, you feel like you're shooting them.
I tell you what, I love that little. I said to Reece.
I just don't like RPG shooting.
I love
it's not for good.
It's
too
a first
slow.
person. Yeah, it's a first person.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
So-
I like the pumpy gun. And when
Yeah.
you shoot someone with a pump gun, it makes that really satisfying snap.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah. Good. That.
murdering fools.
Yeah, I'm an idiot, by the way.
Why?
Go on.
That whole time, I've realised why my internet was bad. I wasn't on the booster. I was on the Wi-Fi downstairs. It should
No
have-
no
it's
wonder you
supposed to
Wi-Fi's better
default.
downstairs, mate.
It's supposed to default to the booster, and I just was like, why is it keep
Bastard.
dropping out? It hasn't done this in weeks, and for some reason, it's gone back to the original one. So you might have noticed I just dipped. I've gone back to
Yeah.
the booster.
Fine. Should we start again? Hey, welcome
Let's
back
do it
to the
again.
part-time players.
Let's do it again.
My
Yeah.
name's Ash. Hello.
In fact, I've got some Destiny notes to go through here.
Oh no, you're all right, mate. We've done that. We've done that. We've put a pin in it.
But yeah, no, definitely. Just play it, Metro Exodus. It is a really good game. And I'm enjoying it, really enjoying it. And I've also got a playlist later on because I've downloaded it. So I'll
Is that the storybook one?
I'll go through that.
Let's get
Yeah.
that one out.
Yeah, put your slider to the max.
Yeah.
Tick the things, and then watch the trophies pop quicker than the game can even than the
Yeah.
PlayStation can even handle.
Oh,
What's it
It's
called?
hilarious.
I'm gonna get it as well. Fuck you too. What's it called?
Actually, get it as well. It's only £1.69.
I don't want.
It's called
I don't want to get it.
Legends of Talia.
Oh yeah,
If-
yeah.
I went on the app and it said that Reese had it, and he was like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll have it. Yeah, thanks, app. Yeah, I will have it, app. Thanks."
You know, that me and you were sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will that put you up to now? 21.
It will put me up to 21. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then when I get all three Mass
Shouldn't have said
Effects,
anything.
that'll be
Yeah, why did I say
24.
anything? That like really put me into contention.
Yeah.
So do you have to
Um,
buy that on your PlayStation 4? Do it on your PlayStation 4, and then you can
No, you just when you buy it, it will say both versions. It will say PS5, PS4, and you download both. They're very small. Like it will literally take like 2 minutes to download, and then you just
I reckon if I go back and get all the wanky trophies that you two have got, I reckon I'll be up there.
Yeah.
Go on
Oh
then.
no! So
Do
I
it.
said I've only got two.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
only
Brad-
got-
yeah, to be
my
fair,
name is
yeah,
Brad,
you did
one,
say
two.
that.
Why have I got a load of wanky ones? How many wanky ones have I got?
Got loads, mate.
You got more wanky ones. You got the Telltale ones.
Yeah, they're still like you still have to put time into play them. Like
Yeah, but they're still-
the Wolf Among Us is a brilliant game. Like that is just
Yeah, I've got the Batman one.
and the Lego one, Lego games. They're long.
They are
Just
very
yeah,
long.
Yeah, so
All right.
Skyrim, Platinum Skyrim, Reese.
Oh no, God Christ! I ain't got time for that.
You know.
Ash, what you been playing this week, mate?
I've just been playing Red Dead. That
Still,
is it. That is, yeah, still playing it. Still loving it. Yeah, I
All right,
restarted it, didn't I?
okay.
Started it. Yeah, that's about it. Really, nothing. There's a couple of new things I've
Is
never
it in
done on
60
there before.
frames or is it 30? I feel like it's 30, right?
Don't know.
I found this
don't know.
great website that does like gives you like specs of like whether or not the games have had enhancements.
Okay, that'd be interesting to know.
It doesn't-
I know they. It turns out they did add some new stuff last year, which I didn't know about. They added a couple of new guns to the story mode,
Okay, cool.
and a couple of new horses as well. So that's quite cool to find out.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I've meant to go back to Red Dead, but I just haven't. Yeah,
I've been playing Red Dead this week. It doesn't
Have
feel
you?
like it's low frames. It does. It
No,
could,
no.
It is low frames. It's 30 still.
Right.
Oh, really? It
feel
just
like-
looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you convert, I was like with you guys, it was all about resolution. And then I've only played on 60 frames, and going back now, it just seems choppy. I can't play any games on 30. It's so noticeable. It's quite shocking. It's like when you heard like PC people talking about 60 frames, it's like, all right, well, I can't tell the difference. Who cares? But I can tell a huge difference now from
Yeah.
60 to 30. Always going performance.
and you bought your TV so you can get 120.
Yes.
So when will that happen? When will that day come?
Crucible.
So there's a few games, yeah. There's a few games that do 120.
What games have you got that do 120?
Well, Crucible in Destiny, and I can't remember. There is another game that can go up to 120. I can't think right now, but yeah, there is. There's certainly a few. Not many.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's mostly 60.
I'm waiting for 8K 240. So
Yeah, I'm waiting for AK
just blow your mind. Like you play it, and your eye go blind. You're just like your
Yeah,
eyes
you
melt.
just get a nose. You get a
yeah,
nosebleed. Oh, I love it. What is reality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I real?
What have you been playing, Reese?
I haven't played much this week because, as you can probably tell, I've been ill. But I've been playing
Yeah,
Avengers.
shit.
I'm really enjoying Avengers at the moment. It's really good. They're clearly ramping up for the new expansion, which is out fairly soon, I think next week. They've just added so much content on what the game needs. It's fun. I've been enjoying leveling up. They've just added a lot of things that they should have added from the beginning, really. Like there's different roles and different stats, and I've been trying to grind and get my champion levels up as well now. So yeah, I've been having fun with that. And they've got some like events. So there's like this mode called the Gauntlet, which is basically like these hive missions where you go through like levels of killing enemies. But there's like 4 different levels, and you can't, if you die, you have to then go to another character. You can't res. So you go through all your characters and then you get a load of exotic gear at the end. So they're adding some more higher end content now, which the game was just lacking and needed. So that's fun. Outside that, not much. Cyberpunk still. Really enjoying that. I've been doing pretty much cleared out the whole map now, almost. Pretty much done every side mission. I still haven't done the last mission, like the story mission. I'm just left that. I've just been going around doing all the side mission, all the gigs. I'm leveled up my character pretty much to the max almost. I've changed completely how I played. I'm now playing as like this stealth with like this revolver with a silencer on it. And I've got like my cold heart to the max, and there's like crit damage. And so I do like, if I get like a headshot, if I'm in stealth, which I'm in pretty much all the time, and I've got like this slow motion thing, I do like, I don't know, like 60k damage, and the heads just pop. It's and I just go just one shot everything. So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying that. But yeah, that's it really. That's it for me.
I can see that you've got 27% of the trophies on.
Yours says with the trophies on you. I did download Dragon Ball Kakarot because I've only got a few trophies to get on that, and they seem quite easy. So I was like, I couldn't get the platinum for that. I should get a platinum for Avengers soon. But I do look through my library sometimes thinking, what can I platinum? What can I platinum?
No.
But there you go. Bradmore, what have you been playing? I heard you've been playing something that's not Destiny.
I have 2 things that's not Destiny. 3 things, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah, Red Dead. Yeah, so I've got the furthest I've ever got in Red Dead, finally. So I got to a mad city. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm like in a bit of a city now, which looks brilliant. I've been enjoying it.
You never beat Red Dead?
Never beat it. No, I got to chapter 3. And
you got bored, right? It's boring, right?
I did get a bit bored. And then...
What?
I thought that was a bit of a delayed reaction. I was waiting.
I was trying to listen to something outside, and I just heard some utter nonsense come out of Mr. Moore's mouth there.
I played Red Dead the first time, got to chapter 3, and then got bored. And then I was like, come on, this is a good game. Like, what am I doing? And then I played it again from the start. So I was like, it's all about the story. Played it again from the start. Got all the way back to where I was, chapter 3. And then I just stopped playing again. And I was in good momentum. And it's like, I needed the momentum with me, and I stopped. Not really because I was bored, but because, I don't know, Destiny probably got in the way, let's face it. But now Destiny is quiet, and I'm not playing as much. I did jump back in, and I've got to chapter 6 now. Well, maybe
it gets very sad near the end. But it's such a good story. A good story.
Yeah, no, I'm sort of. I want to complete it. I do want to finish it. I do, I do like the game. I do appreciate the game. So I want to finish it. But I've also started Mass Effect.
Nice.
1, 2. Which one did you start?
I started on 1. I'm getting ready to catch off with it, but because it's like. I'm not finding it as bad as I thought I would. Everyone said like 2's the one. So I've got the expectations that it's like, I know it's going to be a bit rough, and it is. Like the biggest thing I'm struggling with is like where to go. I know I can look at my missions and it'll tell me where to go, but there's no like. I've flown to this planet, right? I'm on this ship and I've flown to this planet. I haven't got a fucking clue how to get off this ship. I've been walking around. I was walking around the ship for an hour. Spoke to every fucking cunt on this ship 5 times over, and I'm just like going to people, going, "All right, yeah, goodbye." And I'm going to the next person. And I don't know where to go.
If you go up to the cockpit near Joker, there's the exit doors there, and you just walk through there, and then you leave the ship.
I don't think he knows where Joker is, mate.
I do. I've spoke to him loads about his little fuzzy legs and stuff.
Yeah,
I know all about Joker, and like, but
before you get to the map, do a right, and the doors are there to leave the ship.
Okay, thank God. Right. I should have just texted someone
That's
yesterday.
hilarious.
Honestly, I
The
was thinking,
Citadel that got me, I was just going around in circles. In
why
that
did
place.
no marker to tell me where to go there? Like, why?
That's
what?
old school gaming, mate.
Old school
We had
classic
you
RPG.
just
Yeah.
you died completely and had no saves, and then it went to a point where they just didn't tell you what to do. You just had to figure it out and complete the game.
Oh, that is old
peak
school.
2007 RPG. That is.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, apart from that, it's actually all right. I'm not finding it too bad. I'm going to whiz through the main missions. I'm in and off the side missions just to get through it from a story perspective, because the second one's going to be where it's at. So I'm told by everyone.
Yeah.
So but
what class are you? What are you playing as?
Name them.
Vanguard, infiltrator, engineer, soldier.
I think it was.
There's like a bionic. Well, I can't remember what the bionic one is.
Have you got heavy armor?
I don't know what to compare it to. I'm pretty sure a soldier.
Can you use? There's guns, or have you got any powers or any tech skills or anything?
I can throw a really horizontal grenade.
Yeah, like little frisbee. Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Goes in a perfectly straight line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're most likely a soldier.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm
bionic abilities and that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the soldier class.
And the other thing I'm struggling with is the weapon wheel. Like, what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Hold L1 to change weapons and nothing changes. And
you have to press A to. You have to press A to X. Sorry to select it.
L1 X, and then I don't know, and then it.
You've been playing this game for a long time, considering one, you don't know how to get off the ship, and two, you don't know how to change your guns. I'm very impressed about how long you've kept this up with. Considering you was playing Red Dead and you got bored of that, you didn't get bored of walking around a ship.
Yeah, no. I'm a Spectre now. So what are you?
Yeah, Space Police. Yeah.
Wow, you got further than I thought you would. Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
I am going to go back to Spec 3 at some point, but I'd need to have a break from it. So,
yeah, I'll need to do it as well.
Did you buy it physically, Brad?
Yeah, boy.
I might have to borrow that.
No, boy.
He just wanted to get it back.
Yeah, I'll never get it back, yeah.
Oh, you will?
All right, give me back.
Once you platinum it, anyway.
Yeah, give me back
There's no point. There's no point because they're doing the upgrade, so you're not going to want to play that.
I want to play it. So you give me Graph Auto.
Go to CEX, you can get it well cheap.
Fucking do it then. Start paying for your Netflix as well.
What game do you want? Cyberpunk?
No, want my Grab Auto back.
Oh, Grand Tour.
Yeah, just locked it back.
Should have bought when it's on sale. It's like really cheap.
Actually, I've got your.
To be fair, I haven't bought you anything for your birthday yet, and that's months ago. So I might buy you.
Don't worry about buying me Graph Auto. I don't want Graph Auto for my birthday.
You do.
Go on, add to their sales numbers to buy another copy.
I've got Ashley's Last of Us Part 2. So.
Oh, I was wondering where that was.
You lent it to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't, mate. That game means nothing to me. So I was using it as a coaster before I gave it to you.
Yeah, I know.
Talking about masterpieces. That's a masterpiece.
Yeah. If we're done,
We are done. I believe we are done.
Next week, I'm going to make the executive decision here. Next week, we can do a mid-year review of the games we've played that have come out so far and give them a little score.
Bloody hell, there's not that many.
Yeah, I know, but Reese's run Nier. You can talk about Nier and what else?
I played a lot of games this year.
Yeah, Ratchet, Ash. What you been playing?
Resident Evil,
yeah, Mass Effect. So there's a few there we can talk.
Is that? Oh, I guess maybe we're going to spoilers for next week. But what is your game of the year so far?
Probably Resident Evil. It's the only game I can think of, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Mine will have to be Returnal. Although I haven't beat it, which sounds odd, but it's so good. I feel like you guys would like it. It's kind of because it's been on sale recently. You guys would really like it.
What's the term? Like
roguelike.
No, the graphics. What kind of graphics is that?
Graphics? What do you mean?
Yeah, is it like a certain style of graphics?
No, photorealistic.
Oh, is it? Okay. And what's the game called?
Returnal.
I'll have to have a look into it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
If you ask me what my game of the year is this so far, does it have to have come out this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
No comment.
No comment.
It has to be Mass Effect, wouldn't it? Because that's all I've played.
You come up with this bloody.
Might be Metro. Might be Metro for you. No?
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
I guess I haven't come out.
Is this a PlayStation exclusive? This Returnal.
Yes, PS5 exclusive. Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's
Nice.
yeah, no, I think it'd be good. It could give us a catch up of the games that have come out this year, and
Yeah, have a nice little review of them. Yeah, no,
nice little
good.
review, yeah.
Cool.
So,
Last time we did this, when we spoke about protagonists, it never happened. So
yeah, I know,
we'll see if
but
this one happens.
We will do it. Yeah, next week it will be our game of the year. Yeah.
Sure. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Cool. Nice one.
Yeah. Thanks
Until
for
next
listening.
week.
You can follow us on all our socials and like and subscribe everywhere. I've got to say this before Reese ends the recording. Goodbye.
Bye.
You can finish the social bit.
Bye.
Nah, it's fine. It's done.
Bye-bye.
Bye.